Good morning, students. Today, let us discuss about depression in freezing point. Depression in freezing point. You try. See. In the last class, we were discussing about elevation in boiling point. See, we have seen what is boiling point, what is elevation in boiling point. That is, increase in the boiling point of a solvent by dissolving a non-volatile solute in it. Is it right? And practically, it is found that this elevation in the boiling point is directly proportional to molarity of the solution, and based on that one we have derived a relationship between molar mass of solute and elevation in boiling point. So in the same way, today let us see what is meant by depression in freezing point and what is the relationship between this molar mass of solute and depression in freezing point. Depression in freezing point. Freezing point. That is delta TF, delta T, capital T, small f subscript. Small f subscript. Is it right? See, so as we have seen in the case of elevation in boiling point, what is boiling point? In the same way, today let us see what is a freezing point. What is a freezing point? Freezing point. Freezing point. Is it clear? See, here liquid and its solid state. Its solid state are in equilibrium. See, that is what we call as physical equilibrium. Physical equilibrium. That is, liquid state of a substance is in equilibrium with its solid state. Is it right? Take for example, water, liquid water is in equilibrium with its solid state. What is that? That is ice. It is ice. And during this equilibrium stage, what will happen? Vapor pressure of the liquid substance, vapor pressure of the substance in the liquid state becomes equal to vapor pressure of that substance in solid state. Vapor pressure of that substance in solid state, and the temperature at which this condition satisfies is called as freezing point. So what is freezing point? The temperature. Freezing point is the temperature at which liquid phase of a substance is in equilibrium with its solid phase, and at which vapor pressure of that substance in liquid phase becomes equal to vapor pressure of that substance in solid phase. That is what we call it as freezing point. Is it clear? So the temperature at which both liquid phase and solid phase of a substance are in equilibrium and at which the vapor pressure of liquid phase is equal to vapor pressure of solid phase is called as freezing point of a substance, or a liquid. Is it clear? Because what we are freezing liquid. So the temperature at which liquid phase and solid phase of a substance are in equilibrium and at which vapor pressure of the liquid phase becomes equal to vapor pressure of solid phase of that substance. Is it right? Now, what happens to freezing point of a solvent by dissolving a non-volatile solute in it? ಒಂದು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ನಾನ್ ವಾಲಟೈಲ್ ಸಾಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಕೈತಿ. ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆತಂತಂದ್ರೆ that freezes at lower temperature, decreased temperature, and that is what we call it as depression in freezing point. See, pure water ತಗೋರಿ ಅದರದ freezing point ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿರಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ sea water ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮುದ್ರದ ನೀರನ್ನು ತಗೋರಿ ಅದರದ freezing point ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿರಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ pure water is having higher freezing point, that is it freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Pure water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius, but the freezing point of sea water is less than 0 degrees Celsius. It will be negative because the reason for that is sea water contains lot of dissolved minerals or mineral salts. What are these minerals or mineral salts? They are non-volatile solutes. So therefore freezing point of sea water is less than freezing point of the pure water. So once this question has been asked in the annual examination, why sea water freezes below 0 degrees Celsius? The reason is that in sea water there are a lot of dissolved salts or solutes which depress the freezing point of water, which decrease the freezing point of water. Is it clear? So therefore the decrease in freezing point of a solvent by dissolving dissolving a non-volatile solute in it is called as depression in freezing point. Depression in freezing point of that liquid or solvent. See, it means freezing point of the solution is always less than freezing point of a solvent, pure solvent. See, if T and T naught, if T and T naught are the freezing points of a solution and solvent respectively, then depression in freezing point delta TF is given as delta TF is equal to T naught minus T, because T naught freezing point of the solvent is more than freezing point of the solution T. Is it clear? So therefore delta TF is given as T naught minus T. Is it clear? And practically, as we have seen in the case of elevation in the boiling point, here also practically depression in the freezing point delta TF is proportional to molarity. Practically, delta TF depression in freezing point is directly proportional to molarity. Is it clear? So therefore, if you want to remove this proportionality sign and want to make use of equality sign, so what we may write? We are going to write delta TF is equal to KF into F. KF into F. Is it clear? So therefore, where what are the things? Delta TF is depression in freezing point. Depression in freezing point. Is it clear? What is KF? KF is called as molar depression constant, or it is also called as cryoscopic constant. Is it clear? Molar depression constant or cryoscopic constant is molar depression constant or Henry cryoscopic constant. Is it clear? And what about M? M is molarity of the solution. M is molarity, concentration in molarity of solution. And what about this molar depression constant, or what is cryoscopic constant? So the definition of this cryoscopic constant or molar depression constant is again obtained by imposing the condition that molarity of the solution is equal to 1 mole per kg. 1 mole per kg, or you may say 1 molar solution. When you consider 1 molar solution, whatever the depression in freezing point is there, that is nothing but cryoscopic constant or molar depression constant. Molar depression constant. Is it clear? See. Now, what is cryoscopic constant or molar depression constant? Molar depression constant. See, the depression in freezing point produced for 1 molar solution. For 1 molar solution is called as molar depression constant. Molar depression constant or cryoscopic constant or cryoscopic constant. Cryoscopic constant. Is it clear? See, what is the unit of Kf? Kf. See, as we have seen, Kb here also, Kf is equal to delta Tf divided by m. So delta Tf is expressed in Kelvin, change in temperature divided by molarity, mole per kg, So therefore, unit of Kf is Kelvin kg per mole. Kelvin kg per mole. Is it clear? Now, coming to the relationship between this depression in freezing point and molar mass of solute. Directly I am come because in the last class we have derived the expression for Henry delta Tb and molar mass of the solute Mb in the same way, same steps, no change. Is it right? So here molar mass of solute, and delta Tf. Is it clear? So that is given as delta Tf is equal to Kf into Wb into 1000 divided by Mb, that into Wa. Or you may write Mb molar mass of solute is equal to Kf into Wb into 1000 divided by delta Tf, that into Wa. Is it clear? See, this is the formula to calculate molar mass of a solute by the measurement of depression in freezing point. By the measurement of depression in freezing point. And what is the graphical representation? What is the graphical representation of this depression in freezing point? Depression in freezing point. See, now let us look into graphical representation. Graphical representation of this depression in the freezing point. After that, we will look into the numerical problem based on this depression in the freezing point measurement. Depression in freezing point measurement. Is it right? See. Here the graph is, this is a vapor pressure, this one is a temperature axis, vapor pressure, temperature. Is it right? See, now here, this one is, if you take, this is solution. See, this one is solvent. Is it clear? And this one is, see, sorry. This is solvent, and this is a solution. Is it clear? And this is a solid phase. These two are representing liquid phases. Solvent in liquid phase. Solution in liquid phase. Is it clear? And what will happen to this point and this point? See, this is the substance in solid phase. This is the substance in solid phase. At which the vapor pressure of solvent in liquid phase or that substance in liquid phase becomes equal to any vapor pressure of that solid substance in solid phase. Similarly, this is what? This is the variation of vapor pressure of solution in liquid phase with temperature. And this is what? This is the solid phase of the solution. So, yeah, this temperature is nothing but T and this is nothing but T naught. Freezing point of solvent is more than freezing point of the solution. And this difference is what? Delta TF. Is it clear? See, ignore it. ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ದ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ದ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಏನಾಕೈತಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಕೈತಿ. ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ದ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಒಳಗ ನಾನ್ ವಾಲಟೈಲ್ ಸಾಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಏನು? ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಇನ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಫೇಸ್, ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಇನ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಫೇಸ್, ದೇ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್. ಇದೇನು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಐತಾ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಒಳಗ solvent in liquid phase and that solvent in solid phase are in equilibrium. Correct? And that will happen at a higher temperature. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾಡಿದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಫೇಸ್ ದಾಗ ಇದೆ, ಇದ ಇನ್ನು ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಗೆ ಬಂದು ಎರಡು ಈಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಂ ದಾಗ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ that will happen at lower temperature. Is it right? So at this point, vapor pressure of that solution in liquid phase and vapor pressure of that solution in solid phase are in equilibrium and vapor pressures are equal. Is it right? See, this is the graphical representation of variation of depression in freezing point. Now, let me come to problem based on this one. Numerical problem based on this one. See, problem is This problem number 4. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಎರಡು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬಾಯ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಲೋರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನೋಡಿವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಏನದಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯೂಮರಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ. Because definitely that will be asked in the examination. Is it clear? See, problem example 4. Example 4. 45 grams of ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು? That is Ce2H6O2. He has given Ce2H6O2 formula for time. Is mixed weight 600 gram of water. 600 gram of water. Calculate. See, first one A. Freezing point depression. Just cutting off freezing point. Water just cutting off. ಎರಡನೇದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ freezing point of the solution. At what temperature that solution will get freezed? Is it right? See, solution. So what they have done here, we have to give what is Kf for water. Kf for water is 1.86 Kelvin kg per mole. Kf for water that they have to give. Is it right? See, Kf for water they have given 1.86 Kelvin kg per mole. Now, given data, what they have given? WB 45 grams of ethylene glycol. 45 grams. WA mass of water taken solvent 600 grams. 600 grams. Is it right? Then molar mass of the solute Mb they have given C12H6O2. C2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ 2 into 12 equal to 24. C2H6O2. ಹೌದಾ? So mass of carbon is 24. ಆಮೇಲೆ 6 into 1 6. ಆಮೇಲೆ oxygen 2 into 16 32. 2 into 16 32. So what will happen? This comes out to be 12 and this is 62. Is it right? So 62 gram per mole is the molar mass. Now what else they have given? They have given Kf is equal. Is it right? So what is Kf value? 1.86 Kelvin kg per mole. First, what you are supposed to calculate? What is the freezing point depression? What is the freezing point depression? A. We know that delta Tf is equal to Kf into Wb into 1000 divided by Mb that into Wa. Kf is 1.86 into Wb 45 into 1000 divided by see Mb 62 that into Wa 600. This comes out to be this comes out to be Henry 2.2 Kelvin. This comes out to be 2.2 Kelvin. This is depression in the freezing point. This is depression in the freezing point. So, what is the freezing point of solution? Here you write that in degrees Celsius or in Kelvin. 2.2 Kelvin on the 2.2 degrees Celsius on the because it is a temperature difference delta Tf. So therefore, second one B, we know that delta Tf is equal to T naught minus T. T naught minus T. We want to calculate T is equal to T naught minus delta Tf. T naught, suppose if you take 0 degrees Celsius minus 2.2 degrees Celsius means minus 2.2 degrees Celsius. Is it clear? This is the freezing point of a solution. Water freezing point. Yavaga, when you dissolve 45 grams of ethylene glycol in 600 grams of water. Is it right? Now, another example. Example 5. You may take it as a homework. 1.00 grams of a non-volatile non-electrolyte solute dissolved in 50 gram of benzene. 50 gram of benzene. Lower the freezing point. Of benzene by 0.40 Kelvin. 0.40 Kelvin. And here they are given Kf for benzene is equal to 5.12 Kelvin kg per mole. Find the molar mass of solute. Find the molar mass of solute. Is it clear? See, this is regarding what? Regarding the another problem. Second problem based on depression in freezing point. See, tomorrow we will be discussing about osmotic pressure. In that, what is osmosis? What is osmosis? What is semi-permeable membrane? What is semi-permeable membrane? What are the types of semi-permeable membranes? Examples for semi-permeable membranes. What is osmotic pressure? What is osmotic pressure? What is the relationship between osmotic pressure and molar mass of the solute? Then we will be coming across isotonic solution, hypertonic solution, hypotonic solution, and lastly reverse osmosis. Is it right? So please go through these points while attending tomorrow's class. Is it clear? Thank you.